Hey guys, welcome back. Today I just want to talk about some work that I've done recently. I kind of want to compare some Super Bowl fields, so that's what I'm gonna do in this video here. Kind of want to talk about it too before I talk about the one that I did. Kind of want to give you a little bit of background, a little history on it if you don't know already. We'll go ahead and start in Super Bowl 30 here. If you remember, the helmets used to be inside the end zones. Right, I don't know if you can see my cursor. It's right here on the AFC helmet. Right on the red A there. You see it? It's moving. So that's going to be my little cursor. The helmets used to be in the end zones. They used to be in the end zones here. In the corners. That was a nice design. I thought it was a pretty... It had that design for a long time, and I was a fan of it. The following year, though, this is my favorite, my personal favorite. I miss this. I miss how they used to have the helmets face to face like that. That looks so cool. And then the Super Bowl logo, one logo in the center there too, instead of having it the NFL like the other one, like they have it here. Okay, and the two logos. I never understood the two logos like that. I don't get that. And the NFL being in the center, I mean, okay, but this was better. This was a better concept than this. I like this one better. I miss that. I wish they can go back to this. Kind of incorporated that with the one that I did at the end of the slide here. This is my favorite. The conference logos are in the corners, NFL's in the corners. That was just straight up nice. The only thing I wish for this was that the borders and the outside here from the 25 to from 25, all this back from 25. Same thing here, 25. Wish this was gold, and for them, I wish this was blue. That would have looked nice. That's it. That's the only tweak I would have done with this here. And then they go back to this. It was like that for a few years, and then 38 they go back to this. I kind of like this too. This wasn't too bad. Now they moved the logo from the 30 to the 25 now. This is an okay concept too. I like the helmets were in the end zones right there again. It was one, but still, as long as they brought it back. But I'm still a fan of this concept here more than that one. So this was, yeah. So they went with that in 38, and then they go with this, and they have no helmets anymore. So it's just the logos. They try and kind of fancy up the conferences here with something like give it a background. I wasn't a fan of that. So okay, no background for that one. So here's starting to look like it's okay. They're gonna, this doesn't look bad either. This is pretty straightforward. Again, I would just do color the borders at least. Where else can we? So that's the other Arizona Super Bowl. Here is where I kind of noticed they started messing up and being inconsistent. So you see my cursor? It's right here. It's center right here. I'm gonna move it to the Seahawk over here. That Seahawk should be where the NFC logo's at. The NFC logo should be over here. See the two logos like on the same side like that? They need to be corner to corner, parallel, diagonally across from each other, corner to corner, opposite corners of each other. Conference logo, same thing. So here's where they kind of started messing up, where I started noticing some strange things. So this here, no more conference logos. The conference logos are gone. So this was the first year for that, and it's been like that ever since then. I understand why they did the gold for the 50. That was fine. I was okay with it, but it's, I don't know, whatever. And then here we go. So here, starting here, I wanted to talk about this. So we'll go back to this Super Bowl 50. Super Bowl 50, okay. The end zones I want to talk about. The NFC had the had the left end zone here. Usually, typically, the left end zone will have the bottom bench. So that's right. That's correct. And that's usually the team that wears the color uniform, though. You know, the home uniforms. The team over here on the right, they have the upper bench. They typically wear the white, so they're considered like the away team. So supposedly, um, so that's correct. That model was like that for a long time, and so that's correct. Um, Here though, they did switch it. Now the NFC's on this side, and the AFC's over here on this side. So that's correct. They did the swap, but now look at the following year. Patriots are still on that side. NFC team is still on the right side. Okay, and then the Patriots had the option to go. Um, they're supposed to be on the right side here, but they're not. So they should have been the home team with their blue jerseys, but they decided to wear white. Ended up losing anyway. Here they're still on the side over here, but they belong on that side this year. It's this one here where they should have flipped over here. So I knew that was, something that they're getting lazy with their just not. Look at this. It's just, I would have had so much fun with this. Colored the borders, would have given the Rams maybe I like that royal blue, but maybe like a yellow backdrop with the blue letters instead. Same thing with the Patriots. I mean, change it up, red with blue, or the letters be red. You can keep that back blue, but make the letters red or something. It just looks boring and bland. Here we go. And then here, this does, I'm a fan of red on red like that. Red, red's a nice color. This was a little bit better. This isn't too bad. I enjoyed this one. Still wish I had the helmets here instead, and it had the Super Bowl logo here. NFL 100 could be, if they're not doing if they're not gonna do the conference logos anymore in the corner, just put the NFL logo over here in the corners. I'm fine with the team logos like that here and over here, the font in the middle, and then just have the NFL logo in the corners and have the Super Bowl logo in the center here, and have the helmets over here like that. So anyway, AFC remains on this side still. I want to say that this was the correct. Wait, maybe not. Yeah, AFC is supposed to be here, so that was correct. I think I'm confused. See, Patriots were supposed to be. It's messed up somewhere along here. No, that's correct right there. 50. 50 actually. I think this is where they messed up. I don't think I have 49 here. Yeah, because 49 Patriots were on this side, Seahawks were on this side. I don't have that graphic here. But yeah, this is correct. So it just started messing up once we get into the 50s. So anyway, Chiefs, 49ers. So that one looks right. And then Chiefs, they're still on this side over here. They're still over here. So we're not swapping end zones anymore. We're swapping benches. I think. Let me go back to the other one here. Okay, now where's their bench at now? Okay, now they're on top. Okay, so they're swapping benches, it looks like, but they're not swapping end zones. And now we can finally get to this year's. This is what they used this year. So the AFC still remains on the left side here. And the benches are, I believe these ones are swapped. Yeah, okay, AFC was on the top. Now the AFC is on the bottom. Okay, so yeah, they're swapping benches, but they're just not swapping end zones anymore. So I don't know when we're gonna get back to that. But a detail about this one that I got wrong on mine. I didn't know, since the AFC kept remaining on this left side. I was like, well, NFC's got to be on the left side at some point. So I did that with mine. But no, AFC remains here on the left side. NFC remains on the right side. So I don't know if they're ever going to swap end zones anymore. But they are swapping benches. Yeah, these details, I know these are crazy that I notice these things, but I just do. That's why I'm into graphic designing. So yeah, So this is my field here. The only thing I would have done differently is just swap the two sides. That's all. Because the Bengals were wearing the colored jerseys and they should be over here on the left, and the Rams were wearing the white ones. They should be here on the right. So that's the only thing I would do different with mine, to swap them. But details I want to talk about though, bringing the helmets back to the facing off against each other, having the Super Bowl logo that in the center and just one logo right there in the center of the field. The two helmets facing each other, and then here, um, if you notice during the regular season, the NFL logo is like right about here. I dragged it down a little bit and made it a little bit bigger, so it could be closer to everything. And so they're diagonally across from each other like that. And then here, a little detail here, if I can zoom in on it. Sorry if the table's wobbly. So I put I put AFC champions, so people they don't get confused. They know which side. For those that don't watch a lot of football and they're just there to watch Super Bowl and the halftime show and all that, like which side is which, so I put that, included that the championship trophy there with the AFC champions. Put the replaced some of the lettering with the logo so they could see it. And I used the tiger for one end zone. I used the B for that one. And I brought the conference logos back. So that will help with the confusion there too. And then here's the Rams and the NFC champions. And then here's their end zone. I did theirs with the yellow font instead of the white. And Bengals, I use orange instead of white. I mean, white's a nice color. I know it's a pure color, but it just looks, a lot of things look plain. There's just so much white in there already. And they don't color borders. This should have been a yellow border here. This should have been an orange border here, at least, But they don't do that. And there's little things that they could do. They don't have to do it like exactly like the way I have it here, although that would be really cool. That would be awesome. But like the way they've been doing it, color the borders or something at least just for the Super Bowl. I mean, if people want to do it during the regular season, that's up to them, to their owner or whoever. But yeah, I would. I mean, Super Bowl is I mean, it's everybody's everybody's game pretty much. So why don't they just color the borders, do something special like that, at least for the Super Bowl? That's all. Let me know what you guys think of this. I mean, I think this could, this could get fixed, and it's just something that we need to add more color, like I talked about in the Final Four one. Just gotta add more color, and just make things more fun again. Graphics used to be fun in the '90s. And it's not like that no more. It hasn't been like that for a long time. It just seems like it just gets less and less, regresses. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I appreciate your time. It's a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but I appreciate your time. And we'll keep doing this. Until then, take care. And I'll talk to you guys soon.